Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. I am Ida Murnija Mari from YMS EduTech Learning Hub. Inshallah, we help students to improve in math and science by 2 grades in less than 3 months. So Alhamdulillah, we are live tonight where I'll be sharing with you the details as to how your child can get massive improvements for the O-level examination. Yesterday, we conducted an interview with one of our O-level distinction students, Sharifah Mas Ayu, who got distinction for O-level Science Examination 2017. Her initial grade was F9 and it was mind-blowing. 8 grades jump from F9 to A1. And just like other students, other distinction students, Sharifah also shared that the technique that she learned in writing notes, the technique that she learned in answering exam questions helped her to improve in her results. So I will be revealing to you the details as to how your child can get massive improvement just like Sharifah and other distinction students. But before that, let us watch this video where I carried out the interview with her yesterday. So let's watch the video now. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. I am Ida Murnija Mari from YMS EduTech Learning Hub. Inshallah, we help students to improve in math and science by 2 grades in less than 3 months. So Alhamdulillah, today we are at another distinction student's house, Sharifah. Congratulations, Sharifah.
Thank you so much.
Okay, Sharifah, if you can share with me as well as the viewers, what was your grade before joining YMS?
My grade before I joined YMS was actually an F9. I didn't do so well then.
You didn't do too well then.
Yeah.
Okay, what was your challenge then in chemistry?
What was my challenge was, it was really difficult for me to grasp information easily in class, and I always found it like too much information was just being thrown at me really quickly, and I just didn't have time to really grasp it as fast as it was coming to me.
Right. Okay, so if you can share, what were the positive changes that you experienced after joining YMS?
After joining YMS, I realized that I did much better because teacher Ida actually taught us about mind mapping skills, where I could easily like grasp information and link together my information much better rather than like all the information being thrown at me all in one time. So it's easier for me to like link all the topics together and answer questions more appropriately and straightforward.
Right, so to you, having a mind map is like a building on a foundation for you.
Yes.
Right, and then it helps to interlink many topics together, so you can see the big picture. Okay, so in addition to that, how did YMS help you in preparing for the O-level?
Because YMS, right, towards near the O-levels, they gave us like 10-year series where like I could do and practice on my 10-year series. As compared to in school, we were also given 10-year series, but our teachers weren't able to like mark our papers and all that because there's a lot of students. But as compared when I went to YMS, when I did the papers, teacher Ida could actually mark for me and tell me where I went wrong and the constant mistakes that I made there and correct me.
Corrected you. Okay. Can you just share what was the class that your mom signed you up for with YMS?
My mom signed me up for the Skype lesson on Fridays around 7:30 after Maghrib prayers.
Okay. So how do you find the lesson, the online lesson?
I found the lesson really good and enriching, and there wasn't really many students as well, so it was easy for me to concentrate and ask questions freely and without like feeling very afraid to ask questions or anything.
Right. So to you, so that means you feel that even though you attended the online lesson, there was no barrier between you and the teacher for you to ask questions freely.
Yep, there wasn't any.
Okay. Thank you so much, Sharifah. So I hope you have learned a thing or two from Sharifah. So she mentioned that in order for her to understand the concept, she drew mind map, and she feels that mind map is important to help her interlink topics together. So Sharifah, this is $100 cash for you.
Thank you so much.
Alright, so that's all from us. So inshallah, we'll see you in another student's house where we will interview how the student did for the O-level. So I'm Ida Murni Jamari once again from YMS EduTech Learning Hub. Hurry to success. So how was it? F9 to A1. Wow, that is like almost unimaginable to many students. But just like her, as well as previously, we also did an interview with Atika, who also shared that she constantly failed at E8 when she was in secondary 3, and Alhamdulillah for the O-level she managed to secure her distinction, mashallah. And they're not the only two. We have records of students who managed to get 5 grades jump, 6 grades jump, 7, 8 grades jump. Our first student who managed to secure the distinction when we first started was Hazika. She was around C6, D7 student, and she jumped to A1 when she sat for her O-level. We also had Hairul. Hairul also didn't do too well initially, and eventually he got distinction for his science O-level. We had Shakir. Shakir also didn't do too well. He got C6 and he had been stuck there at C6 for many examinations, and he just didn't know what to do, so he came to us, and Alhamdulillah he managed to get distinction A2 when he sat for his O-level. In fact, he managed to secure his A2 even before O-level when he sat for his prelim. Same goes with Sofyan. Sofyan also scored C6, C5, and he managed to secure his O-level, he managed to secure distinction before his O-level. That was for his prelim. And again, he managed to score distinction for his O-level. And we also had Izzati, the twins, who came to us for O-level math classes, and Alhamdulillah they also scored D7, C6, and eventually they managed to secure their A's, their distinctions for their O-level examination. And in addition to that, Izzati, one of the twins, scored A1 for her additional math, mashallah. We also had Shafinas. Shafinas also didn't do too well initially for science, and eventually she managed to secure A1 for her science examination. That's Shafinas. And we also had Hadi. Hadi also came to us with a D7 for O-level for science examination when he was in secondary 3, and for the O-level he managed to secure his distinction, as well as he also managed to secure a distinction for his mathematics. So A1 for his science O-level examination, and A2 for his mathematics O-level mathematics O-level examination. Same goes with his classmate Hamza. Hamza also came to us with a score of D7 when he was in secondary 3 for the science examination, and Alhamdulillah, after going through the YMS lesson that we conducted, he managed to secure a distinction for his O-level science examination. And recently we also interviewed Atika, who also managed to secure a distinction, an A2 for her science examination. She shared that she constantly failed with a grade of E8 when she was in secondary 3. She couldn't grasp the concept, she couldn't understand what was going on, and Alhamdulillah her mom signed her up for the online lesson, and she managed to secure a distinction. So same goes with Sharifah Masayu, the one that you have just watched just now. She also signed up for the online lesson, and Alhamdulillah from M9 with Allah's grace she managed to secure A1 for her O-level science examination. So all these students and all these records that we have, these students, they didn't come to us with a PSLE-T score of 250. No, they came to us with a PSLE-T score of just slightly above 200, 220, 230. However, Alhamdulillah, with Allah's grace, we taught them the technique of how to write notes properly, how to understand concepts better, how to apply. Knowing alone is not enough. Memorizing notes alone is not enough. Writing mind maps, drawing mind maps alone is not enough if there is no right technique, if there is no proper strategy to it. Hence, students need to learn from the experts, from the specialists, how to write their notes, how to answer their exam questions. So with that kind of hard work, with that kind of commitment, inshallah, they are able to see their massive improvement. At YMS EduTech Learning Hub, we are committed to help you, parents and students, to receive that massive results that we have been talking about. The 5 grades jump, 6, 7, up to 8 grades jump, inshallah. Hence, we will be conducting an O-Level Masterclass review on 2nd February, that is a Friday, from 7:45 p.m. to 9:45 p.m., where we will be sharing with you the techniques to write notes properly, the techniques to answer exam questions accurately so that you get the deserved marks. And every family that comes for the workshop will receive this hot-selling step-by-step secret manual to be smarter, so that you can apply what you learn at the workshop when you go home as a family, inshallah. So this workshop, like I mentioned, will be on 2nd February, that is a Friday, 7:45 p.m. to 9:45 p.m. for O-level parents and students. It is priced at $25 for one parent and one child. Normally the price was at $198, but we are slashing the price to $25 for one parent and one child. And the good news is, if you bring along another parent and another child, both families get to enjoy the O-Level Masterclass preview for free. So to register for this O-Level Masterclass preview, simply WhatsApp preview your name, and the serial reference number is SR002. I repeat, WhatsApp preview, parent's name, SR002 to 9720678. And inshallah, we'll see you there over at Icon at Changi, which is opposite Masjid Darul Aman, inshallah. So I'm Ida Murni Jamari once again from YMS EduTech Learning Hub. Hurry to success.